Hello everyone, welcome to my channel RPG Retro Reviews. I'm Captain Courageous and I review old school modules and games and try to give them a fun and informative analysis. This week I'm taking a look at the virtual tabletop Vorpal Board, a tool to allow you to play just about any board game you can think of virtually with your friends. The role-playing game feature of the application allows you to play any role-playing game as well, and it does this by allowing you to use your actual physical tabletop. Before we begin, a real quick channel announcement. I would like to invite you to visit my Teespring store, Ye Old School Shop. I've engaged the talents of fantasy artists James V. West and Phil Stone to create these wonderful art pieces and encourage the viewer to game on. Another great way to help support the channel and get some great swag to bring to your game table. From your official gaming t-shirt to a bag to carry your game stuff, or just a mug to hold the brew of your choice while you slay orcs and dragons. Check out yeoldschoolshop.com. Patrons to the channel receive a 15% discount on all merchandise. The checkout code is in your Patreon messages. Links to my Teespring store, Ye Old School Shop, and purchase links are below the description. What other old school images would you like to see? Please let me know in the comments below, and your idea just might show up at the shop. Also, starting May 27th and ending on June 1st, anyone can get a 10% discount on their order. Just enter the sale code SUMMER21 at checkout. Alright, with that bit of business out of the way, let's begin. Funded in just 12 hours with its Kickstarter in 2020, Vorpal Board hit the marketplace at just the right time, when due to the pandemic the need to play virtually was a major concern for many. While there are already several popular platforms in existence to do this, Vorpal Board's interface accomplishes this in a unique way that brings together the best aspects of many other applications, such as Zoom, Roll20, and OBS. Zoom and Google Meets became a great tool for many for business during the pandemic, and because of that, people's familiarity with the software quickly spread for use to role-playing games. At least among the role-playing game community, certainly people had been using it already for that purposes, but the pandemic put that into high gear. However, Zoom's features are very limited, especially when it comes to dice rolling, map sharing, and other aspects of role-playing games, which invariably require the use of other applications at the same time with varying degrees of success. Of course, there's applications like Roll20 or Fantasy Grounds, which do an amazing job of translating dice rolls and the actual mechanics of a game system right to your computer. There are a lot of advantages to such software, and I know that I love Fantasy Grounds, but the core issue with such applications is twofold. One, you generally have to rebuy rule sets you may already have physical copies of for use in the digital platform. And two, there's a learning curve for every player trying to access the application's features, especially in regards to their class abilities and so forth. Spellcasting and other abilities can challenge a player's technical savvy in this regard, and this can frequently become a chore. Furthermore, not all rule sets are available to these platforms, as in general it requires a significant amount of data entry to get any rule set up and running. This is especially true for OSR games. What if you want to play Swords and Wizardry, Blue Home, or Astounding Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea, or whatever? The problem quickly becomes apparent. Vorpal Board addresses these issues cleverly by situating itself as an amalgam between the digital realm of virtual tabletop and the analog realm of actual tabletop play. It is both and neither, and its clever interface is so easy to use and intuitive that most people, even the technically challenged, can begin using it almost immediately after logging on. As far as the games go, you use your physical character sheets and rulebooks just like you would if you were sitting at a physical tabletop game. The host or game master interfaces with the players in a unique way by using their smartphone to project the physical table at their house on screen. While the software also handles the tasks of joining everyone together via their cameras and microphones like Zoom, and provides a very nice dice roller application as well. The host can easily customize and create virtual assets via any basic paint program, such as saving as a PNG image, just like OBS does. Doing this, I was easily able to create cool character frames, screen frames for my Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea game, as you can see here. Vorpal Board is essentially Zoom, OBS, and Roll20 all rolled into one application, and then software optimized for that integration, and accomplishes it all with this slick and easy to use browser software. The host can create multiple screen views that they can actively switch to during a session, such as one with everyone's screen enlarged for the role-playing only scenes, to one that magnifies the tabletop screen and minimizes the player windows in an instant. There is a little hiccup with this setup that hosts should be aware of. Make sure you and all your players are using the same native screen resolutions and are in full screen mode, or the player's views might get jumbled. Of course, players can just use their mouse wheel to zoom in and pull back, or right-clicking to adjust field view to rectify any issues. Now let's focus on Vorpal Board's tabletop screen for a moment, as that really is the defining feature and makes tabletop play possible virtually. For this, you'll need to download the Vorpal Board app onto your smartphone, and ideally you want to purchase the extra-large phone arm and cradle off Vorpal Board's website for $44. This is a high-quality extra-large mechanical arm with an adjustable phone cradle. There's a ball joint on the cradle so that the phone's angle can be flexed and adjusted into many positions. This allows the host to capture the tabletop action from many different angles. As you can see here, you can just get right down into the action or take a more tactical view. But the big benefit here is that you don't need to have or create player maps for every adventure. You can just use your battle map like you always have in your physical games, or even your 3D dungeon pieces like Dwarven Forge to set up a cool scene, and even more uniquely, you can use lighting and effects to do things you could never do at your table, since the player's view of your table is limited to just what you show them on the camera. Think of the screen as your own miniature Dungeons & Dragons movie set. You can do this with your 2D maps as well, like I did here, or the same scene with Dwarven Forge dungeon tiles. The effects you can create are only limited by your imagination, which is how I created this scene that I'm using in the new video introduction. The mini LED lights I found on Amazon were only $19.99, and they come with remote controls. I even made these miniature stands out of mini bases and green stuffed putty so I could put them on edge without having to worry about them rolling away. Most importantly, though, you're not just stuck with a top-down view to relay the information. The camera arm allows you to pivot, swing around, and get right down at miniature level to broadcast dynamic and exciting views to your players. Vorpal Board has other features that allow you to ease the in-game experience. Each player and the host have a colored mouse cursor that is seen by everyone. This allows the player to point to specific areas on the screen, to ask questions, or to point to where they want to move the miniature. They can magnify a particular scene by moving the magnifying glass icon over the screen. I've purchased some miniature base rings off Etsy so everyone can easily put a colored ring to identify who is who on the map. The color scheme also transfers to the dice, with each player's dice color matching their miniature, so you know who's rolling the dice. For now, the dice roller isn't that complex. You can roll multiple dice, but you'll still have to add any bonuses to the rolls yourself. But once again, this is just how you would do it if you were actually sitting around the table. So for me, that's not that big a deal. This is deliciously analog in its functionality, which makes it great if you want to play old school role-playing games. You don't have to rebuy your books digitally, just use your actual books. When you log off your game, there's a save mode in the phone application, so all your assets are saved in the cloud as well. Inviting players to your game is super easy. You just click the copy link button at the top of the screen and then paste it to your players via email or messenger or whatever social media application you're using. However, the room does change with each logon, so you'll have to do that before every session. Vorpal Board does cost the host $9.99 a month, but people joining the game do not need a subscription. And there's an introductory rate of $4.99 a month going on right now. Also, you get 2 months included when you purchase the camera arm for $44.99. If you're going to get into this virtual tabletop, let me also suggest that you pick up a few additional accessories to both enhance and ease your experience as a host. Get a 10-foot long charging cable for your phone and use wire ties to connect it to the swivel arm. That will give you plenty of room to work with and keep the cable out of your way during play. You might also want to pick up a headphone extension cable so you can easily move around to the various places on the table to make adjustments to the scene. The website suggests that the host not use their Wi-Fi connection, but plug directly into the Ethernet port of the router to keep data streams flowing at their maximum, especially since the host is transmitting 2 high-definition camera feeds. This is fine if you're using a desktop computer, but if you're using a laptop, you should probably have something with some horsepower as well. I'm using an Asus ROG laptop with an NVIDIA GeForce 950M graphics card, so a gaming laptop would probably be appropriate here. And for only $6.99, I picked up a 10-foot long braided Ethernet cable on Amazon to easily connect to my router when I'm hosting. But I know a lot of laptops don't have Ethernet ports these days. But of course, this is an optional add-on. Anyway, that's about all I have for you for Vorpal Board. I just thought it was interesting and neat and offers a new way to play your favorite old school games online with your friends. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you found this video informative, useful, and fun. Next week, I'm going to delve into another OSR for you, White Box. As usual, I'd like to give a big shout out to all of you, my wonderful patrons. Your continued support makes this video possible. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this review, I have a very nice library of videos online, and support the channel by giving this a big thumbs up, comment, and share. Check out my Teespring store, Ye Old School Shop, follow me on Twitter, and join the channel's Facebook page, RPG Retro Reviews. Consider supporting the channel and more content like this by becoming a patron yourself. Or alternatively, you can just leave a tip in my PayPal tip jar. Links for everything is in the description. And as always, my friends, may your D20 roll true and game on.